Hello all, today let us discuss about Arvind Kejriwal, who is the current Chief Minister of Delhi, the big rise and the absolute fall of Arvind Kejriwal, who is likely to go into Tihar jail soon in the Delhi liquor scam. So let us graph and find out what exactly happened. So he's a 1968 Haryana born gentleman who finished his studies all in North India and then finally went to IIT Kharagpur to do his mechanical engineering. From whatever I can see, it is from 1985 to 1989. He finished with his graduation and then immediately went into join the Tata Steel and worked there for 4 years from about 1989 to 1993 or 1992. And then he resigned the job from Tata Steel. Maybe it took a couple of years to prepare for the civils and then joined the 1995 batch of the IRS. He's called the 1995 batch of IRS. And his wife is a 1993 batch IRS officer. So technically she is 2 years senior to him in service. So he was in service from about 1995 till about 2006 when he resigned. But even in the 11 years while he was in the IRS or the civil services, he was still doing a lot of things outside and he was famous. And just before he resigned in 2006, he got this big Magalsi award, and there is a controversy about that, but that award was given to him for being a very big and a straightforward, upright officer, civil services, doing a lot of public service. And the controversy here is that was funded by the George Soros Ford Foundation. So there is a link. I don't know, so the critics always dig into something, but he just got that award, right? So basically, and his father was a BITS Birla Institute educated electrical engineer. So he comes from a very, very good educated background, really, right? So since he joined the IRS, I think in 2001 was the first time that he floated a NGO, which was mainly into sending a load of RTIs all over the place. Wherever they find a problem, get the reply, ponder on it. And I don't know whether he found a solution for it or not, but that was the initial thingy. And that was called Parivartan. And then he went on to establish another NGO in 2005 called Kabir. And that was in line more dealing with other NGO, other non-governmental organization. And in 2006, he resigned and then established another organization called Public Cause Research Foundation, along with Prashant Bhushan, the Supreme Court lawyer, and Kiran Bedi, the ex-IPS officer. And then that went on till 2010 when the big bang happened and he came on to the center stage all over India, along with Anna Hazare, with the India Against Corruption campaign. So you would have all heard all these big names who were all in, apart from Anna Hazare and Kejriwal, the big names who were all involved in the agitation for a start, and then went on to establish the AAP. And eventually most of them either were suffocated or were kicked out. And I'll just read you the big list. Prashant Bhushan, his father Shanti Bhushan, Kiran Bedi, Yogendra Yadav, Shazia Ilmi, Ashutosh, the big journalist, Kumar Vishwas, the Bihar-based stand-up comedian, Kapil Mishra, Alka Lamba. So they were all actual thinkers, founders, but they were all suffocated and kicked out. And now we are left with two gentlemen in jail. One is the big deputy CM, Manish Sisodia, and Arvind Kejriwal is on his way to the jail. And now when he goes to jail, and there is another one, Sanjay Singh, the Rajya Sabha MP, who has recently been put in jail for the liquor scam in the last 3-4 weeks. So we'll now be left with the big three, the Raghav Chadda, Atishi Marlena, and Bhagwant Mann, the Chief Minister of Punjab. That's a big story by itself, which we'll come to at a later stage. So let us discuss a bit positive about Arvind Kejriwal. So when he actually was in the India Against Corruption, he was looked up by many people, the middle class, then who were the people like me as well, absolutely me as well, who were really sort of with the Congress way of doing things at the government of India and the corruption level. Everyone was disillusioned and they wanted a new political setup or some new leadership to come through and a new party. So the India Against Corruption going through to the nice name up with the broom, everybody thought that is the big change that India needs for it to grow out of this poverty into the next century. he really crashed the hopes of many leaders and the general public. And he came from an agitation that was against corruption, and now he has proved he and his few coterie is the biggest and the horrible corrupt people at the current moment in India. So there are 3 in jail. He is going to be in jail in the big liquor scam. So the positives of him is, I'm not sure, but I have just visited one of those mohalla clinics. It is a good one, leads a lot of refining, free consultation, bit of diagnostic, some medications as well, and then the referral will all go to the hospitals in Delhi anyway. So, and he has built a few. There are about 700, 800 schools in all in Delhi. He has modified about 8, 10, 12, 15, made them nice big buildings, and then he always showcases them. I don't know whether he's going to get the rest of them sorted. And the other very good thing is the free bus for women and the free electricity below 200 units. I am always against the freebies, being a big tax-paying citizen, but that is the way it works. So that are all the good things. And now the controversies he is into loads of things. In between 2009, 10, 11, 12, before he established, or in the initial dates of establishing the Aam Aadmi, he's always been in a controversy. Every time he used to come with a big list of the politicians and tell them each one except him was corrupt, actually, in between 2009 and 2015. And the big names you have to mention is the current transport minister as in Nitin Gadkari. He put a defamation case, and then Arvind had to say a full proper sorry as in an affidavit form, and he went against Kapil Sibal, Arun Jaitley, and there is another minister, Manjeet, and for them all he had to say a public apology for leveling corruption allegations against them, which he could not prove. And then he now is into the controversy of this building a big glass house palace for himself with the government money of about 70, 80 or 100 crores. And then he initially said he will not use the government car, and he's now got a big platoon or a big convoy. He said he will never use security, he'll be a common man. He still acts like a common man, wearing that shit 100 rupees loose shirt and a 200 rupees pant and the Hawaii chappal, all for the front end public. Yeah, honestly, that's what I feel at the end of about 12-15 years of following him, about what all he has done. And then let's come into the Liquorgate, actually. So it is just a Waterloo for him. So basically, liquor was being sold by government via its own outlets in Delhi. There were only about 400 outlets. So finally, the people from Telangana, as in Telangana and Andhra, we are very good at selling liquor. 9 years ago, Telangana was selling 4,000 crores worth of liquor in a year, and it's now jumped in about 9 years to 40,000 crores. So we made 10 times what we were making previously. We were very good at policy and selling liquor. So the all swooped down there, told Arvind Kejriwal, no good, your policy, we will do all the job. You will get a big cut, load of money, you can go all over India, and then we are specialists in managing that. We will make the money for you. Do what all we say. And there were these very, very big meetings in the 5-star hotels, all people coming in, discussing Manish Sisodia, Arvind Kejriwal, the Jain minister, the undersecretaries, everyone was involved. I'll just give you a timeline. So initially, when everybody was going through COVID, the first thought about the Delhi liquor policy came in 2020. February 2021 was a cabinet meeting, and then they said okay, and then went through the group of ministers, and then they gave the responsibility Manish Sisodia to take it forward. And April 2021 all approved, now in 2021 implemented, and then they started to give out 800 shops. They divided whole of Delhi into 32 zones, and then they separated the production from selling, and then how to make more money. And these are all ideas from my South Indian gurus. So previously there used to be about 21 dry days where there used to be no alcohol in a year. Now they reduced it to 3, so that would be 2 in a month, now reduced to just 3 in a year. Age of buying alcohol reduced from 25 to 21. You can walk in. All alcohol units should have AC, and it used to close at about 9-10 o'clock. They gave 2 extra hours, and then anybody can take it away or in a bulk and then sell it away anywhere as well. And just to bring that whole thing into a nutshell, if a bottle of liquor, whatever it is, don't worry about that, would cost 530 rupees to get it into the retail outlet, would be sold at 560 to the customer. So the government used to make a 5.7% profit, and now the numbers start. So now they used to get the same the cost now gone down from my South Indian boys to 33 rupees for production, sell it at 363 and make a 989% profit. And so there were a lot of irregularities in allotting it to the production units, and the mafia got involved into many of the allotted areas, and then got their own people in, and they were selling at an even higher rate than that, floating all the norms. And then finally it was one of the BJP leaders and an undersecretary who flagged it off to the LG, and this all started after 7 months after November 2021, in July 2022, and it was VK Saxena who was the LG then, and then he said get the CBI and get it investigated. And then it has been investigation going on. There is a huge money trail found, cash found. So the ED is involved, the CBI is involved. And so I think there are 3 people in jail, about 35 who have been arrested and let off. Few of them have turned into approvers. So they've given a full story about who came, when they came, which flight they came, which 5-star hotel they were staying, how much was cash, and where did the cash go, Punjab election, Goa election, which went into whose pockets and everything. It's very, very clear to the CBI. And then Arvind Kejriwal has got no escape. So he is going to go into jail. And before we finish, the very close friend of Manish Sisodia, he was a journalist previously with one of the Hindi channels. I think they're sort of twinning together, started in 2006-7 with these NGO organizations, went on to the Anna Hazare movement, and then he is one of the founder establishing the AAP, and now he is in jail as well. Right. So soon, in the next few days or weeks, Arvind Kejriwal is going to go in jail, and the discussion is that he's not going to resign as chief minister, so he's going to continue as chief minister and then administer Delhi from the jail. Let us see how it goes. Thank you very much.